Kangaroo Jack is one of the strangest movies I've ever watched. Part kids movie, part mob movie. Its bizarre tone leaves the movie feeling confused on what it's trying to say and who it's trying to entertain. What if I told you there's a reason for that? Because the fact of the matter is that Kangaroo Jack started off as a different movie entirely, where the kangaroo only played a small role. And that's the movie we will be discussing today, as we break down the development and evolution of the movie that became Kangaroo Jack, Down and Under. Down and Under was the brainchild of Scott Rosenberg and Steve Bing. It was set to be a slick and raunchy action comedy about mafiosos who are horrible at their jobs as mafiosos and wind up in the outback. The movie was heavily inspired by mob comedies before it, like Midnight Run, and it all culminated in the highest selling pitch for a comedy ever at the time. The highest bidder was none other than producer Jerry Bruckheimer, who's known for countless movies and TV shows that you have definitely seen. He fell in love with the idea because it was interesting, it was clever, and I hadn't seen a film with a kangaroo in years. After a failed attempt to set the movie up with Disney, the movie was set up with Warner Brothers. The movie was shot in Australia in 2001 under director David McNally, who at the time was best known for another Jerry Bruckheimer produced movie, Coyote Ugly. According to one of the stars of the movie, Jerry O'Connell, who played the main character Charlie, Down and Under delivered on everything promised. It was heavy on profanity and lewd content, and it was very, very funny. Everything was chugging along as planned. The movie was shot, and everybody had high hopes, which raises the question, why did it change? Once the movie was finally cut together, it was clear to pretty much everybody involved that something wasn't working. And coming out of test screenings, their suspicions were confirmed. But there was one factor that got some praise. Younger kids really liked the kangaroo. Around this time, Walt Disney Pictures released a movie called Snow Dogs, about a dentist who inherits sledding dogs and hijinks ensue in Alaska. In the movie, there's a short dream sequence where the dogs talk. And if you were around when this movie was released, you will definitely remember. Every commercial for Snow Dogs had footage of the dogs talking in this dream sequence, and all of the trailers and commercials presented the movie in a way which made it look like the dogs would talk for the entire movie. And as a result of this kinda shady tactic, the movie was a hit for Disney. This gave Bruckheimer some inspiration, and he told the, at the time, chairman of Warner Brothers, Alan Horn, "Let's make the kangaroo talk." He felt that following in Snow Dogg's footsteps may prove to be a good idea. So the story got rewritten to be a bit cleaner, and instead of the kangaroo being a minor character, he was now the namesake of the movie. Warner Brothers spent about $10 million on reshoots to change course on the film, and replace the kangaroo, which was previously an animatronic, with CGI. And following in the footsteps of Snow Dogs, they added a short dream sequence where the kangaroos talk and rap. In summer of 2002, the newly renamed Kangaroo Jack had another test screening, and it was the largest change in test screening numbers in the history of Warner Brothers at the time. In the next few months, the marketing machine for the movie ramped up, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Every commercial had footage from this dream sequence where the kangaroos talked, and every piece of marketing presented the movie as a fun Australian adventure with two best buds and a kangaroo that would talk and rap for the entire movie. And this was done to an even more extreme degree than Snow Dogs, I promise you. If you're of a certain age like me, and were watching Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network at the time, it's almost a guarantee that you have "nice" buried somewhere in the deep recesses of your mind, because they use that clip in the marketing constantly. When the movie finally released on January 17th, 2003, just one day shy of falling on the 1-year anniversary of Snow Dogs, everybody was really confused, walking out of a movie that used the bones of a raunchy mob comedy and reshoot footage to make a movie that was a little too mature for kids, but not mature enough to be for teens. But I guess that's okay in the end, because the movie made a ton of money and even had an animated sequel, which is more than can be said for Snow Dogs. But that's the story of Down and Under, aka Kangaroo Jack, and the end of yet another episode of Canned Goods. So until next time, thank you so much for watching, be good to each other, and stay Hemmas.